So we're live 15 behind the Toolbelt Backer Construction, and I'm gonna get the Instagram. But good evening. We have a lot to talk about. Everybody could please share this out and invite their friends. We're going to talk about what's going on with how the economy is running with businesses during COVID-19. What kind of preparation? I know I'm personally getting work done. Thank you for measuring my door today. We're super
You're welcome, buddy.
So, be a part of the economy. I know we are. We're excited to get the door. We're getting the grass cutting, the security systems, and all the tradespeople that come out to our house. We appreciate you and thank you for working.
There we go.
If you could share this and drop your town in the comments also, that would help. I'm going to load up Instagram real quick. This is TC Backer, episode 15, behind the Toolbelt, TC Backer Construction, and give you information, be able to give you an honest estimate on work, whether that's roofing, siding, gutters, doors, or Horizon Lawn with, basically they take care of anything from the chimney to the curb. They do hardscape, landscape, maintenance, a lot of lawn care preparation going on right now, mulching going on right now. So they take care of all that different stuff, new construction, sod, hydroseed. Depending on the application and your price point, they're going to do everything they can to meet you, whether you're a house or you have a new house or you've had your house for a long time, whether you have a shed in the back of your house that's beautiful but the roof, because I look at all this like I'm a is nice, but maybe the roof's not. I've always wanted a little tin roof, but you don't want to put it on your gazebo. It's going to look beautiful. So these are the things I'm seeing right now. Right, like I'm looking in backyards, I'm seeing gazebos, I'm seeing sheds, I'm seeing houses. I'm seeing people that want to know that it's going to come out and give them. We got hailed on. Sorry to get sidetracked like a squirrel, but I had to put my cars under cover last night because the hail was coming. Am I the only one that got hail?
It woke me up for sure.
So can I ask you a silly question? I'm not trying to be funny, but if hail can dent a car, like last night, put little things in it, is there any reason I would think that a shingle that's not steel can't get dinged up? And can you tell when that happens?
Yeah. A lot of the things, the big one that I see, man, that affects me at my house. I have a aluminum in my house, and aluminum ridge vent gets all shredded up by hail. So, but shingle, a lot of times when we go out to these houses to assess, roof repairs or roof replacements, a lot of people don't realize that they have hail damage on their roof. And what usually ends up happening is a insurance guy will come out and, they'll take a 10 foot by 10 foot area, I think it is. The cost of your deductible is a lot of times what it ends up costing for someone to replace their roof.
Exactly. Yeah. To touch base on that a little more, I don't think a lot of people realize that it would only cost you like Chris was saying, when you come out, typically go up with a big piece of chalk, up and they'll lay out a 10 by 10 area. They'll put an X on every spot that the hail had hit. And I've even seen hail hit so hard, those aluminum installed, they've had dents in them. I've seen it tear screens, gutter and downspouts and damaged aluminum siding. Shane was talking about your car. Imagine, what it does to your car. Look at what it does to your car. Imagine what it can do to your roof. And I know last night we had a storm come through. I got several calls from the Carlisle area, and I got several calls today from the Hanover area. So there must have been hail that came through last night, and even wind damage. I got a call from a guy from Carlisle today stating that he had wind damage on his roof, that we're going to go up and take a look at his roof tomorrow. And then I had an older gentleman from the Shrewsbury area call me today that he had rain actually blowing in his gable vents last night, that he wants us to come out and see if there's something that we can do, keeping the water from getting in the gable vents, and it damaged his drywall. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's those things, that we're allowed and capable of doing, and if you feel like, your health or safety is that, that's why we're still open and we're an essential business. So, yeah.
So let me ask you a question. If somebody doesn't really know what they have, or they might have a combination of flat or metal or tab or architectural, but they have no, would you come out and look at it with them there for it? Do you basically cover the state of Pennsylvania? And like where are you at, and what do they need to do if they'd like to get a free estimate from you?
Chris, do you want to elaborate on
that? So basically, just reach out. We have multiple different ways that you can reach out to us. Our website, 321 go. We're still pumping, man. Our phone's still ringing. It's pretty much business as usual with some adjustments, obviously. But as far as getting the work done, you can still reach us in the same methods that you could reach us before. Myself, Ty, the website, the Facebook. You can message the Facebook. There's ways that you can set up appointments right through Facebook and everything. Same with Horizon Lawns. The normal outlets, man. The normal ways to even all the stuff that's going on. So I know the girls are doing a great office, keeping that all under wraps. I haven't personally been in there to see, but I can tell the Thai sanity's still good and their sanity's still good. Good, man.
Yeah. So we're doing a good job, Chris, and we are practicing social distancing. Kim's locked, Jocelyn's locked in hers, and I'm locked in mine, and Bob's out. So he's locked in his. And, we had David with Allied Maintenance Systems come in over the weekend. And so he treated, not that I felt like there was anything going on, but just so when we came in on Monday, we had a fresh start. So we can focus, work, and, oh God, should I not touch this? Or, oh God, shouldn't I touch that? Or who was in here? I kind of just wanted to have a fresh start Monday. We had Inch's company come out about a month ago, probably about 4 weeks ago. I don't even know how long this thing been. And they did a fantastic job. I just wanted to try David out, and they did a great job. I feel good after done, and very informative, very educational. He taught me and showed me about his product and stuff, and he's like, there's a YouTube video, check it out. And what it is, the product that he uses is actually like powder coating. And if you know anything about powder coating, electromagnet, like it sticks to the surface, not just the side. I thought, well, anybody with a paint sprayer could go out and start spray painting this stuff.
Yeah.
But there's much more to it. You actually need, this special gun that creates like this magnetic.
Probably gives a static charge that makes it clean.
Like a static charge.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
So anyhow, but so that was cool, and the girls are doing a fantastic job. I'm trying not to drive them insane, but I think we're all kind of holding it together and bouncing things off each other and talking each other through it and stuff like that. But we are busy. I mean, I know for myself personally, I feel like I'm more busier now than I have been in a long time. But now I know we're running short on staff and stuff like that. But we're busy enough to give the guys hours. And as far as the roofing stuff, our Maryland division's still open, our Delaware division's still open. Full time, like we're putting full roofs on, new construction, remodeling, windows, and all that stuff. We are working in Pennsylvania. We actually did a full roof replacement today. There just wasn't a Band-Aid big enough, and these people were, afraid for their health and safety. They said they had numerous people out at their house try to patch areas, and I think they were just done with, every time it rained, they would get water in their bedroom, in their bathroom, in their living room. Like literally they had buckets in their attic. So I felt comfortable enough to go out and do a full replacement for them. So, so things are good. And then the landscapers, they're out full force. We actually brought some more people in for that. I felt a little more comfortable with that, because of the social distancing and stuff like that. But, they're out there mowing grass, doing sod, doing mulch and stuff. Chris Mendez is out giving probably more estimates right now than he did in probably 3 years. Like just this entire week he's been giving estimates and stuff. It's at times like this, I guess show a person's true grit and their drive. And Shane, we talk numerous times throughout the course of the day, and you motivate me, and I hope I motivate you, and sometimes we have our ups and sometimes we have our downs. But and Chris, I mean, we talk too, and it's like, I think the three of us feed off each other because we have that don't quit, don't give up attitude. You know what I'm saying? And
Amen.
I really think that's what you need to weather this climate right now.
Yeah, man.
It's all about, the drive. You know what I'm saying? The don't quit attitude. Go out, let's get it done. And Shane, Shane texted me this morning, and I texted him back. I said, it's hammer time. If you can't keep up, get the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about right now. If you can't keep up, get the hell out of the way, because we're coming.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming. We're putting ourselves out there. We're doing this. I'm not going to put my head in the sand and hide underneath my covers. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how many properties I looked at today. I got to keep going. We got to keep going. When this thing's said and done, we're still going to be here with the people we surrounded ourselves with too.
Yeah, man.
This is what's crazy, and not to take up this whole time talking, but I was
good.
out at Inch & Company's office today, and I ran into a guy who follows us. His name is Cody Lightly Construction. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, good dude.
Yeah. Cody Lighty. Yep.
Yeah, Cody Lighty. Never met the guy, or have only socialized with him over social media, and he pulls in next to me and he's like, "Hey, Ty." And I kind of looked at him. He kind of looked like somebody I knew from a long time ago. And he's like, "I bet you don't know who I am." And I was like, "I don't think so." And he's like, "It's Cody." And I was like, "Oh, awesome." So we started to talk, and he was a little nervous. He's been in business for himself about a year now. And I said, "Cody, listen, continue to hang with the winners." And I pointed to the Inch & Company sign because we were standing in the parking lot. I said, it's because of people like him that you're going to surround yourself around. And the whole time I'm telling him this, I keep thinking Eric Brewer, Eric Brewer, Eric Brewer keeps going through my head. It's like, it's because we've surrounded ourselves around people like Eric Brewer, Jeff Inch, Lennar Holmes, Ryan Holmes. I mean, the list goes on, but we've surrounded ourselves around winners. People, you know, and this is where the rubber really meets the road. Who's gonna look out for each other right now? The first person that called me and asked me if we were okay was Eric Brewer. Is there anything I can do to help? That right there in itself made me know that we were going to be okay.
Amen.
Yeah, man.
Even if there wasn't anything he could do for me at that time, just knowing that he had my back is all the motivation I needed to kick this thing in the ass. And I'm talking like 3.5 weeks ago, whenever this shitstorm started, when he called me and reached out to me and asked me that, dude. And there's much more than that since then. We've had different conversations and stuff, but and Jeff Inch and some other people, Rob Neidlinger out of Carlisle, you know, those guys like that are why we are where we are today. You know, when they grow, we grow.
Yeah, man.
You know, without them, we're nothing, really. You know, and it goes back to, and the other thing I told Cody is like, don't ever bite the hand that feeds you.
Amen.
I mean, I've done Brewers work for 14, I think when Craig was running it since 2004, so 16 years. I think 12 or 14 years ago, Eric took it over. So, like, I've been doing their work for a long time, and it's not because I'm handsome. As much as I'd like to
You are handsome, though.
It's
handsome.
Because I'm an honest. We're honest. We're an honest company. We jump through hoops for people. You know, there's nothing we wouldn't do for somebody. I mean, we take it on the chin all the time, Chris. You know that.
Absolutely, man.
You know, we had a conversation today about running a lift, and what was our response to that?
I'm gonna try to get whatever I can out of it, but if no one will help us, we'll just eat it. You know,
Exactly.
We're still gonna get the work done, and we'll eat it. We'll make it up somewhere else.
Exactly, man.
You know, like,
yeah.
It is what it is. You know, sometimes you gotta take them on the chin. Sometimes you gotta do that. But at the end of the day, you know, it's about the relationships that you build, man. And you take them on the chin for the people that make those phone calls. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, that's what it's about, because it's much easier to fail as an individual than it is as an entire unit, a group. You know what I mean? You know,
Absolutely.
just because one person might be not as successful as the other person, you know, if everyone's working together, they'll balance each other out. You know what I mean? And you know, it's relationships like that and building stuff like that gets us through these times. You know, when I say that we were prepared for this, we weren't prepared for a pandemic that we were going to have to stay home in a literal sense. It's the stuff that we do on a daily basis. Our guys do, the way that we treat our customers, the way that we interact with people, and the honest work, like you said, that kind of prepares us for these situations and for the rough times. And you know, it's not about just sticking money in an account and waiting for disaster. You know, that's not completely what it's about, man.
Right.
You know, it's you know, in times like this, who's going to call who? You know what I mean? You're not going to be as susceptible to call a Stan in a van, since we can't say Chuck in the truck no more.
Pete and pickup.
Yeah, Pete and pickup. You know, you're going to want to call the companies that are putting themselves out there, that are transparent, that have their relationships, you know, that you trust. That's who's going to get you through this stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely, and I agree. Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, you said it. Look, when people say your network is your net worth, people that have a strong network don't hang around with people that have weak work ethics. Like, you know, the one thing you have to understand is people that are successful have successful daily habits. Like, That's all. They go to work every single day. And that's what you have to understand. Like, no matter what your situation is, you need to adapt. And successful people get uncomfortable. The foundation is the same for all success. And you're seeing it in COVID-19. But I'm a mind trainer. And what you see is those that are willing to get uncomfortable. Because it's easy to lay back, man. It's easy to order out, lay back, do nothing, say, I'm going to huddle up and wait for this to pass. But there's no such thing as that, really. The thing is, adapting your mind to the change that is present and making yourself successful as far as being known in the present situation as someone that is doing the right thing, that's making the changes that are necessary in the environment that is presenting itself to them. It's no different than when we went from pagers to cell phones, and you had those people that said they weren't doing it, but it doesn't matter. The environment, you either get on the wave or the wave's going to crush you. And that's where we are. And this thing is on the way back. So now I would encourage anybody to understand, to get up on, you might have been knocked on your heels, but now it's time to put your feet back down on the ground and start moving forward, because the curve is hit and it's now on the rebound back. No matter how long they determine it, the mentalness, it is on its way back. So you should get on board to getting back to your real daily habits, and you're never going to eat if you retreat.
Yeah, man, keep your legs pumping. It's the same thing as like in football drills and stuff, man. When you got to push that sled, just because you're not going anywhere doesn't mean that you can just stop your feet. You got to keep the feet pumping. You got to keep moving forward, like you said, and you can't get complacent. You can't just sit and with your head in your sand, like in the sand, like Ty said. This is, like you said, Ty. This is the time that you see the real grit in people, what people are really willing to do to support their families. Mm-hmm. Stuff that you're going to go through, and you'll see who's there for you if you are struggling. So and with that said, don't be afraid to reach out to people either. Now is definitely not the time for pride.
Yeah, for sure, man. Most definitely.
But you guys will even cut just one lawn. I mean, there's people out there, staying on track with what how you impact your environment, which is, you guys are working, you're not putting a drain on, anybody that can work is going to be better for their family to work anyway. Hey, Bobby, I'm going to say hi to everyone. Todd, good to see you all. So support local businesses, man. Like we've been wanting a door for 10 years, maybe 20. We want more than one. We want windows. We're looking at it. We're shopping around. We found the company. And when you find a good company, they know other people. You got me an electrician, right? Like, we wanted lights. I felt bad with you coming over here. Now that you're not coming, I feel bad. But anyway, we've adapted. We're showing people adaptation, right? And we're learning off of each other. But now's the time to support your local businesses. And so the trades are a business that a lot of people don't ever think about until the one thing that they work hard for all day, right? You're trucking down the road, you're working in the hospital, you're policing the neighborhood, you're driving your EMS van, and at the end of the day, you want to come to a safe house. I mean, right? Like, that's what you spend your money. So, look at your house, go outside, look at your roof, look at your gutters, take some pictures. That's what we've been doing. We've been out there, we've been going for walks in the neighborhood. We said, what do we want? This is our house. This has made us understand that our house is so much more important than we even thought. Okay?
Yeah, man.
Because if we're going to be locked down again, which I think could be possible, it's just my own opinion, because we're a global economy, that's the only reason I think it, that our home is important. And so we want to really make sure that we say, how do we want this to look? How do we want it to feel? How secure do we want it, right? And so we're going down our checklist, and we've moved certain things to other places. Our roof is freaking important, man. Our gutters are important. We don't want the water hanging around our house. We don't want, we have a waterproofing company we work with, and they talk about everything that you talk about, right? Like, that foundation is important, and you're a big part of that foundation, because you need to get the water from the roof to far away to the curb as possible.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, man.
Yeah. Your home's your biggest investment. And I think right now with everybody staying home, I think they're starting to really realize, some of the things that are wrong with their house, or things that they've been wanting to get done and they just can't do it themselves, or they may think that it's too expensive. I actually had a gentleman that I gave a roof quote to about a week before this all went down, and he texted me today. He asked me if we offered financing, and I was like, absolutely we do. I said, I thought about you the other day, but I didn't want to bother you because with everything going on, and he was like, I was, a little worried that you guys weren't still open. I was surprised that you responded as quick as you did. And, and I commenced to tell him that, the finance company that we actually use, does a 12-month same as cash, has actually extended it out to 16 months same as cash.
That's
which
awesome.
I think with this whole pandemic thing that's happening right now, I think is one of the reasons why they extended it like that, just so people felt more comfortable. Gave them an extra 6 months. Or is it 18 months? Yeah, 18 months. I'm sorry. So it's a year and a half, same as cash.
Wow.
Sorry. My math was a little goofed up there. But so it would give people an extra 6 months to, get their legs back underneath them again before they would have to make a payment. So that stuff. So then I think a lot of that's going to be, I think a lot of people are going to be taking advantage of that. I think someone's volumed up. Feedback.
Yeah, Chris. So you guys do all for financing, Chris?
Yes.
And that's 1 year. Well, they extended it to 18 months.
Yeah, they extended it to 18 months, same as cash. So basically, what that means for my non-financing people is basically you can defer the full payment into an 18-month program, split the total cost of the roof up to 18 months, and as long as you pay it in that 18 months, you don't pay any extra.
Okay, so do they have 10-year, 7-year different options like that for people?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and different interest rates depending on which one. The longer you take your terms out, usually the higher your interest rate is. And the quicker you pay it off, obviously, the less interest that you'll end up paying in the long run. But there's multiple different programs that we can use. And, believe it or not, right now is a good time to be financing stuff. Rates are good. That's like we said in our last show, this whole, collapse, we'll say, isn't really due to, bad mortgages or any of that kind of stuff. It's not an actual, collapse. That was kind of a bad way to put it, but money's out there, man. People are still spending money. People are still, banks are still running. I have heard that there are a little bit more hurdles that some banks will put you through to get financed right now, but, you can do it. And I know our banks are still financing people, so if you got anything going on, definitely reach out. I personally have a lot more free time. So there's stuff that I've been able to do, that I've been able to notice. People can use this time right now to look at their house, look at their roof, like you said, Shane. Take some pictures, hop in here and ask questions. Tag us some pictures, send us pictures in the inbox or whatever if you're not sure. We could talk about it on the next show or whatever, and maybe someone can reach out if you have something more detailed that isn't for the show.
Can we do some shout outs? We haven't done any shout outs. Apologize to everyone. We've been rolling along. So can we do shout outs? Who wants to do some shout outs? Ty?
Yeah, I'll do some shout outs. Hey, Ruby, good to see you. Keith Troop, Derek Schaefer, man, what's up, buddy? I saw Anthony McLaughlin, my old insurance agent, was on there. David Gladhill, Matt Hockley, Dan Barker, Liz Unger, Brandy. There's a lot of people out there, actually. We've got 17 people watching. I'm getting a lot of feedback. James.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something on your guys' with your microphones. I don't know what it is, but it's something with your microphones. I don't know if you guys are too close or too far back. Sometimes if your phone's sitting on something, it'll cause the reverberation. So like me, I have mine on a stand. So it's not underneath anything. So let's see. I'll turn this down a little, but I heard that too. So let's hear it now.
work better.
All right, guys, please share this. Please drop your town. This is episode 15, Behind the Tool Belt. Let us know on a scale of 1 to 10 how the sound is. You know, we're navigating always through technology, but we keep going. At the end of the day, one of my things that I like seeing is I've been in this arena for a long time, since 2016, is watching ESPN and watching the Weather Channel where they're doing the same thing, right? So everyone has to do it, but yeah, we are getting a little feedback. So
yeah. So to circle back to the financing part of it, like Chris was saying, we have 18 months same as cash. That actually is like a 23.99 after the 18 months. And then we have a 5 and a 10-year plan at 7.99%. Both are 7.99. I just wanted to clear that up. That way, if anybody was interested in any of that. But
so if they go to 321 Gutter Done, I mean, the website is a great way. Or obviously here on Facebook, you can message direct, and they definitely will get on top of it and get in contact with you. So can you tell us what's trending now color-wise? We're going into spring now. Can you tell us what's going on? There's Dawn. We met Dawn and her husband. He's the plumber up at the Harrisburg Home Show, Vanderstad Plumbing. So thanks for being here. If you have a company, put your Facebook page or your website. Go ahead.
yeah, thanks for watching. Derek says he's jealous. Everyone looks fresh with cuts.
I cut my own hair. I cut my own hair.
Yeah, Jana did mine.
So I have 2 pairs of clippers. I used to cut mine. I got lucky.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning and my hair was just cut, so someone came in while I was sleeping and did me a favor.
Wow. Everyone does look fresh. That's crazy. Derek, good to see you, man. Appreciate everyone. Please give this a share. Start a watch party. You know, people want to know how they can help, and people like to support. But supporting small business, you share this page, you're supporting small business. Because if somebody has 10 friends, 100 friends on their Facebook page, and you share this, now they have the new phone book, which is social commerce. I mean, what's better than Google would be watching a live show where you get to meet your contractors. And that's what I love. We're going into episode 15, but they have a lot more videos than that. They changed the home show game. So that was really cool. How valuable is that now that where we are for what you did to videotape all your home shows?
How valuable is that?
Yeah.
I think very valuable. I mean, we got a lot of leads generated from that alone. And then just the exposure of it, the marketing part of it, it's phenomenal. I mean, I would have never imagined it would have been that well. But yeah, I mean, we're still getting from it. And I'm sorry, I'm listening to myself talk right now. It's driving me crazy. So yeah, I definitely can't wait to do it again. And I want to do our own home show when, this is all said and done. Maybe, I don't know what we can call it, but Behind the Tool Belt or something, and do our own home show. And, and maybe invite, not just home builders and roofers and siding guys. Maybe we can make it more into a festival type setting where, it's kid friendly, pet friendly, kind of like the York Home Show, but with more food and things to do for the family. So it's a whole family, like a whole weekend family thing.
Can we do the hammer and nail competition?
Absolutely.
That would be cool.
Absolutely.
I got to tell you, that was one of the coolest things I ever saw. I know it sounds silly, but man, that pressure, especially when you put a camera in their face to hammer and nail, that was cool. There's George Myers, man. George, it's always good to see you, George. Appreciate you.
Dave of them swung that for us, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So are you guys still hiring like craftsmen or craftswomen that have been doing it, or salespeople? Are you hiring people that have experience and talent?
Yes, we are definitely hiring right now. When earlier in the season, we were, pretty much, I don't want to say just hiring anyone, but we were willing to train at that point in time. But right now, we are looking for experienced Guys that can do roofing, siding, windows, gutters. Driver's license is pretty much a must right now.
And that's because there's only one to a truck.
Yes, and some of the trucks we have 2 guys. If I feel like the truck's big enough, we can put 2 guys in the truck. We're trying not to cross-contaminate the tools. They got to have their own tools. We'll provide the vehicle. We're still offering health insurance and, all the benefits that we're happy for. We still have them. So, things are good and easy. I wish we had more people working right now, but that's where we're at right now.
Okay, so what things are people doing as far as Horizon goes? And be on the lookout for Behind the Blade. But what things are going on with Horizon? What are they out there doing right now this time of year for people? What kind of estimates are coming in so that people might know what services they could use?
First has been going out giving a lot of estimates on a lot of mulch, and of course a lot of people are grass mowed right now. We're doing a lot of sod. They're actually doing, I think it was a 23,000 square foot sod job that they're in the middle of with some hydro feeding. They planted some trees and mulch and bushes, annuals, perennials. They're doing all kinds of that stuff right now. And Chris is now, the guy needs something backfilled. He's giving that. Spring cleanups. A lady asked if we could also maintain her flower beds for her while we were out mowing grass. Of course, we said yeah. So he wants us to not just mow our grass, but maintain their flower beds and pull the weeds and spray and all that good stuff. Fertilization, aerating, overseeding. Basically anything that helps your grass grow or your yard look pretty. That's what they're doing right now.
And what's hardscaping? If people are out there and they just have, they don't know what hardscaping is. What's that?
Hardscaping would be, those retaining walls or patios, with brick paver patios, fire pits, benches. I mean, whatever you can dream up, pretty much.
Okay, and they can just message you on Facebook or go to 321 Gutter Done.
Yeah, man. Or www.horizonlawnsllc.com.
Go right there to horizonlawnsllc.com. So for the maintenance, for the anything from the building out to the curb is going to be Horizons, and they'll take care of you there. Do you also do light removal of trees and bushes? Like if somebody wants to get where they get the landscaping, but they have some bushes that they just want trimmed up and stuff, will you do that?
Absolutely.
And what if they have a business, and especially now with their business is sitting, will you go maintain the property so they don't get fines and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we do commercial. A lot of times, they want their flower beds kept up and the weed pulled and grass mowed and weed whacking and edging is a big thing around the flower beds and stuff.
And then you guys have the blowers and all the different things to make sure to take care of and make it look so the neighbors aren't upset with them.
Yes, absolutely. They definitely clean up after they're finished. They have, blowers like you said, and we have baggers on the mower, so there shouldn't be a lot to have to blow.
And you're a biker, so I know they don't blow anything in the street.
That's right.
So
they know better.
And anyone that's cutting their own grass, please, it is the law in the state of Pennsylvania. It is against the law to cut your grass and put it in the street. It's for the safety of people driving, and especially for motorcycles and scooters.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it is wrong.
So that's so let's talk about service. Let's say, look, I got my roof. It's a good roof, man. You told me it's good, but I got some leaks, or there's a section that's bad. Am I gonna have to get a whole roof, or are you guys repair people? It seems like nobody wants to repair anything more these days. They just want to sell.
I mean, we're our first thing is going to be to look to repair. I feel like when I go out to a job, you know, my first instinct isn't we got to replace this whole roof. First, you want to figure out what's going on and honestly assess the situation. You know, some things, you know, if your shingles are old and brittle, it makes more sense just to replace the roof because, you know, if you got a hole in your shingle or a blown off shingle, in order to put shingles on correctly, you need to lift the layer above it to secure your new shingle in. And sometimes shingles, if they're old, they're just too brittle to do that. And you end up chasing it up the run basically. And you end up replacing a bunch of shingles, and it's more cost effective and efficient just to rip the roof off and redo it. But I think it's easier to go up and just say like, yeah, you know, we can just repair this. If you can honestly repair it and still maintain the integrity of the roof and still get some years out of it, you know, why not? There are people out there that will, you know, just try to sell a roof. They'll get on there and just sell a roof or sell a siding job or, you know, sell windows, whatever, you know, anything. You know, there are salesmen out there that will try to do that, but I know our guys will be honest and give you usually two options, you know, and we'll give you our honest recommendation. You know, if we're not going to do something that's going to put you at risk, but we also understand that people have budgets too. You know, not everyone can afford what we recommend. You know, not everyone's in the spot with their budget that they can just replace the roof, and they may elect to just get like a 2 or 3 year repair out of it. You know, that's completely doable, and you know we understand, no judgment or anything. But yeah, to answer your question, we'll come out for one shingle, we'll come out for 1,000 shingles. You know, it doesn't matter.
Now, will you guys check the insulation in the attic, or do you guys not have anything to do with that? And check the venting, you know what I mean, to make sure that if you're going to put a roof on my house, that I don't have like I don't know how it works, but obviously there's these vent things to make sure that they work right. And what are the purposes?
Yeah, you want to use the proper ventilation, man. You want to make sure that you have the right vents, and if you don't have soffit in your house, you know, and you have to use whirlybirds, or you have to use you know, just regular ridge vent, or if you have to have gable venting in there, you know, there's certain things that you can use, and you know that's one of the benefits of using a certified installer with GAF, because GAF has all these tools at their hands for us to have access to, and we can break all that stuff down for you.
Okay, so the best way is you guys can come out. Now, look, we're in a time of COVID-19, so can you come and give an estimate to somebody during this time and not touch them?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we can.
Can you kind of walk me through the process?
Yeah. So basically, if you call in and you know, worst case scenario, let's just say we couldn't even leave our house. We have a way of we have programs and software that we can use that we can actually get material lists together,
Chris,
without ever leaving our office or our living room. You know, we can eagle view stuff and figure out how big your roof is. You know, we can do interactions like this, you know, through FaceTime. You know, walk people through the process of picking out colors and you know, styles and all that kind of stuff. You know, so we're really fortunate that, you know, we have tech savvy people at our company, and we have, you know, leadership that is ambitious enough to teach and take us down these paths to be remote and be able to do these things, you know. But yeah, so our salespeople will absolutely be able to do everything remotely, email you a quote, all that kind of stuff, and you don't even have to leave your house, and we don't have to leave our office.
So one more question to ask you guys is, when's the best time for them to contact you if they want a service for getting a roof? Like, how far back are you if they need a roof? Is it a month, 2 months? Like, if they don't want to, like,
no. I honestly, I'm not really on the remodel.
Kimberly Dover
probably answer that question a little bit better.
Ty,
on how long we're out, how long are we booking out right now?
Did you ask me a question?
Yeah, how long are you booking out? If someone wants to get a roof, how far out do they need to wait? When should they contact you?
We're about a week to 2 weeks out.
Okay.
We're really not that far out. The guys are so fast and do such a great job that, I mean, unless it's a 100 square tear off or something, I mean, that might take 2 or 3 days. But, a standard home that's, 16 to 25 squares, they'll get it done in a day. So, we're used to the volume of doing anywhere from 40 to 80 roofs a week. So, and honestly, if you look at the amount of crews that we have, it's really not that many crews doing that amount of work. That's thousands of squares of shingles a week.
Now, do you need permits?
By seasoned veterans doing this. It's not a bunch of people out there that don't know what they're doing, and I think that's one of the reasons why they do it so well and so quickly is because they know what they're doing and they're very professional.
Yeah.
Do you need permits, and is that something you guys take care of? I mean, I have no idea, because it seems like they used to not need, and now, I don't know, do you need permits for that? Is it different? And what areas do you guys actually roof in, so if people are watching this, they know?
Yeah, you do need permits. Areas, the boroughs or townships require permits. York City definitely requires permits. Right now we're working in the York area, Lancaster, Harrisburg, Mechanicsburg, all the surrounding areas around Baltimore, Glen Burnie, Haverty Grave, Aberdeen, Frederick. We're all over Maryland right now. We're, doing mostly new construction down there right now. And then in the PA market right now, new construction slows down. So mostly what we're doing is, I don't want to call it modeling, but only because I don't want people to think we're actually out doing remodeling, right? But, we're doing repairs right now. And there's proving on PC backer no work, or PC backer work, no problem. Yeah.
So if someone's window breaks, can you fix that for them? I mean, obviously that's a repair. If someone has a cracked window or a broken window, the sash, whatever is broken, can you give them an estimate on it if it's broken?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess everyone's out there's windows broken. I can't be the only one where the window doesn't stay up. There's cracks in the windows. Those are all broken, right? That's all like repair. I mean, I'm just saying. God, who doesn't have broken windows? I guess once you get the weather buster, hashtag, and for everyone that's been putting pictures up of the weather buster, hashtag, the billboards and the windows and all, good job to you, man. I've been seeing a lot of that out there, so thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
So, yep. So what do we got cooking for TC Backer? Construction here. What do we got? What does the next week look like for TC Backer?
Next week, as far as like the workload, or what are our game plans to stay on top of things?
Yeah, what's your game plan to stay on top of things? Let people know you guys have done a lot of extra things to make sure that everyone's safe and you're doing your part for the community.
Oh, I mean, as far as everyone's saying, if we ask him, his name is Fred. He actually had updated our health and safety plan. He actually gave us something that pertains to COVID-19 and influenza. There's so much stuff in there that I had no idea that it even existed. But the biggest thing in there is obviously social distancing, washing your hands, not touching your face. We implemented that into our health and safety plan, and then we went a little further, with the guys stating, pack your lunch, don't stop at a convenience store. If you do take a lunch break, don't have it in crowds or a group of people. We don't want the guys to stop anywhere other than where they need to go to work. We're trying to limit it to one person per truck, not to cross-contaminate the tools. Just keep the social distancing and keep, your hands washed and cleaned. Just be safe and healthy. Not just us, but, our customers, try to keep our customers healthy and safe. And, I'm sorry, I hear so much of myself talking right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
Either.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, man. I hear it doubling up on you too, man.
I don't know what it is, but Yeah. So anyhow, so we're doing that stuff right there, and some of the other things that we're doing too. I think most people would back down on our marketing right now. I double down on it, man. That's a risk that I chose to take. I really feel like when we come out of this and people start feeling comfortable about spending money again, or know they need a roof but can't afford it, and us offering financing, and with the storms that are coming through, this is storm season right now. Yeah, Kim just said Fred at Prosperity and Safely is very knowledgeable. He's the guy that updated our health and safety plan. I didn't even have to ask him. He just did it. He's a third-party guy that we use to go out and inspect our job sites for safety. Because we take safety very serious. So Fred will go out and he'll audit our job sites. But anyhow, I double down on the marketing. I really feel like, we're going to come out of this, and we're going to come out of this thing strong. The Google SEOs and the AdWords and all that stuff, I double down on that stuff. The Facebook presence and stuff like that, the shows that we're doing now, whatever we did 4 weeks ago, I doubled all of that right now. I feel personally that was a wise move, only because everybody's at home right now on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So I want to pop up on their news feed if they have ever looked up the word, windows, gutters, roofing, so I wanted us to pop up on their news feed, because like you said, and Chris and Shane, you both said that, people are home now. They're noticing things about their home, whether it be, oh wow, the paint's chipping, or they have blown off shingles, or the gutters aren't draining correctly, and we've said it numerous times. We don't just replace something to just replace it. If it can be repaired or fixed, we'll fix it. We're not just going to go out and tear somebody's roof off, and put a new one on without actually finding why they needed a new roof. Was it due to poor ventilation? Was it installed incorrectly? Was it, 2 or 3 layers on top of each other? We'd like to go in there and figure out the cause of the problem before we just go in and rip a roof off, put another one on, because I want that roof to last 30 plus years, not 5 or 10 years with 3 layers of shingles on it, which you should probably get 75 years out of, but they never corrected the issue to begin with, and 50 to 70% of the time it's due to poor ventilation. And I think a lot of people don't understand how crucial proper ventilation is for the life expectancy of your roof. So we try to educate, and we really promote that, the education of proper ventilation and why it's wrong, and this is what we're going to do to fix it. And then not just that, but like bathroom vents and dryer vents, where are they venting to? Are they just venting into your attic space, or are they venting to the outside correctly? Those are things we investigate, and when we investigate, our inspections are free. You know what I'm saying? So when we go out and we do, the investigation / inspection, that's free. You know what I'm saying? Along with our free estimate. And like Chris said, now what we've been doing is a virtual consultation. So we can walk them through our estimate, walk them through the colors and the selections and the profiles. Because now obviously we can't do it in our home anymore. And the other thing that we started doing too was videoing, what we've been doing to, like when we get up on the roof, we video that now. Instead of just taking pictures and sharing the pictures with the homeowner, we've been doing videos. So, they can watch it live with us while we're on the roof, or we've been saving the video and emailing the video along with the estimate, which I like that approach because they actually have the estimate in front of them and can go over the estimate and watch the video at the same time. I feel like that's actually been working better for us, because what happens is I'm on the roof with them at the time, live with them, live streaming with them. Well, then by the time I give them the estimate,
Hi, Kathleen.
They have so much more questions, and I didn't save the video because we were streaming live. But so that's kind of where we're at right now. That's the future of TC Backer. We're doubling down. It's hammer time. We're going virtual. You know, and we're ready for the summer season. The roofing season here is upon us. You know.
Yeah, man. Today was a beautiful day for roofing.
It was.
How much have products changed? If somebody was looking at a roof 10 years ago and they were to watch this show today, what would you tell them has changed in technology and an estimate that they would have gotten with, let's say, the longevity and the color selections?
I mean, it's definitely changed, especially, you know, the big one that I'm going to put out right now is the HDZ technology, the new architectural shingle that GAF came out with, mechanically fastened together instead of just relying on glue and pressure. So your two layers to get that the shingle's made up of two layers to give you that definition. So usually it used to be if you high nailed or low nailed or whatever, you could end up delaminating the shingle, and you know part of your shingle could come apart. That's not really going to happen anymore, man. The new shingles they're made a lot better. They're mechanically fastened. They're folded and pressed, and they're nailing strips now 1.5 inches wide compared to I think it was like 3/8 of an inch, or 1/2 inch if that before. So you really didn't have much room for error. And they say that you actually only need 4 nails to install this shingle. I know our guys probably are not ever really going to do that. We're a 5-6 nail kind of company around here, but you know, just that alone, you know, they're making lifetime shingles now. So I'm not that old. But I can guarantee you that, you know, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, the shingle game was not anywhere near lifetime for just a regular architectural shingle.
So what I hear when someone says our company is a 5 or 6 nail compared to a 4 nail company, I hear a company that says we're going to service you, so we want to make sure that we don't have to come out much. You're going to be happy, but if you do, we're going to be there. Is that right? I mean, that's what I hear.
Yeah.
I'm not a roofer.
Right. And you know, the thing about it is, you know, we have one of those traits that we are at Mother Nature's mercy. You know, we can do all that we got to do to make sure that your roof is good, and she can just blow the wind a little too hard and blow our work off, and it cuts us deep because it makes us feel like we're not doing our job correctly. When in all reality, man, sometimes it's unavoidable. You know, these things are not meant for some of the winds that you get in some areas. But the cool thing about GAF's new shingle is they're now offering unlimited wind ratings on these things. You know, so if you get the 4 parts with the GAF system, you know, you'll have an unlimited wind rating. So you can have a tornado blow your roof off, and they're gonna cover it. I mean, and they cover the labor if it's installed by a GAF certified contractor such as CC Becker.
Tony Corbett Plastering, work done right. Come on, man. The Irish, Boston, we love you. Chuck in the truck. Come on, man.
What's going on, Chuck?
Hey, Chuck. Good to see you, buddy. Sean Jones, good to see you, man. Sean Jones is a landscaper, man. He does a lot of good work. Hey,
Sean.
He does a lot of CR stuff, man. I see a lot of his work around. He mows their grass, does their mulching and stuff, and makes those houses real pretty.
Good job, Sean. Keep rocking. Good job.
You know, he's an old landscaper from way back. But you had to circle back on the GAF lifetime system, you know, and we talked about this before, you know, where some guys will cut 3-tab shingles for cap shingles, or cut a shingle for a starter strip. We actually use, you know, cap shingles that are laminated, you know, that have a double extra layer of shingle there where you go to nail the shingle in, and the glue strip is continuous. You know, remember we were up on Shane's roof where they used 3-tab shingles, and you could see the 3 little dabs of glue compared to our cap shingle that actually had a continual glue strip on it, and then our starter strips, you know, which will help with the unlimited wind rating, you know what I mean? So, like Chris was saying, the 4 parts, which would be, you know, like the synthetic felt, the starter strips, the real cap shingles, not not 3 tab shingles, and then the ridge vent, that'll give you your 4 part. Or if I missed the starter strips, I'm not sure, because there's 4 or 5 components that you can use together. Typically, we use all of the components: the GAF weather watch, the synthetic felt paper, the starter strips, the ridge vent, and the cap shingle. So it's actually, I think, was that six parts that we use.
If you include the shingles, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Include the shingles with that. So, we're using all of the products, which, I don't want to say that we wouldn't do a less expensive roof, but I mean, if someone's going to do something, you might as well do it right. And go for the lifetime thing, because really it's only a couple dollars more. Even if you're going to sell your house, because we come across a lot of people that say, I plan on selling it in the next 2 or 3 years. I don't need a lifetime roof. Well, the beautiful thing about the lifetime roof system is that it's actually transferable. For you to be able to sit down at the settlement table with full confidence that, hey, look, I'm selling you a house with a lifetime roof that's transferable to you. Plus it increases the
Hey, Paul.
The value.
Increases the value. Yes, it increases the value of your home. Roofing and siding and windows increases the value of your home. Those are all things that we do. Curb appeal, helps you sell your home, and not only just helps you sell them, but it increases the value of your home. We can do lesser, warranties, to meet anybody's budget. Don't get me wrong. But the thing that we love about GAF and their warranties and stuff is that it is affordable, and along with financing, with the financing doesn't necessarily mean you only have to finance your roof. You can finance your windows, you can finance your siding, you can finance your gutter. If you want a fence installed in your house, you can, finance the fence or painting or drywall. We don't even have to do half of that stuff. When we come to your house and you want to finance your roof, you can also get approved to do, if you wanted to put a bathroom in your house, and we don't even have to be the ones installing the bathroom for you. We just offer the financing for you.
Yeah, that's really cool.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. That means you get approved for this.
So if there was something you've always wanted to do, but you need a roof right now, but your bathroom also needs remodeled, you can do both. And we only have to do your roof. We don't have to actually remodel your bathroom. So I just want to touch on that a little bit.
So real quick, as we end this for today, this is episode 15. We appreciate if you come on the replay. Please, they've been on social commerce longer than this. We've done more than 50. We did more shows than we did episodes. If you
Absolutely.
count,
Oh yeah.
I mean, gosh, the Harrisburg, that had to be over.
We probably did more than 15 shows just in that.
I think it was 14.
Absolutely.
If I remember the number,
we were doing 3 or 4 a day.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yes. So we love you all. This is a community. This is the Jetsons, and I'm 50. So it's an online store, man. It's cool because if you like to feel the vibe, you're like, I want to make sure my parents, I want to, imagine this. Imagine being a kid or a young adult. Your parents live in this area, and they need a roof. And you're like, listen, I saw this feed. I'd like you to at least get an estimate, because they do say to get 3 estimates. And how cool would it be to be able to deal with the company that every week, that you can watch that company and know that they're in business for your family? That's got to be the coolest thing out there. For real. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, if you live in Delaware, Maryland, your parents live up here, wherever, Florida, wherever in the world, and you can know that every week TC Backer has behind a Toolbelt. That's got to be comforting, really. Beyond cool, it's got to be comforting to know there's reputable trades out there that'll take care of your home like it was their home.
Yeah,
absolutely. Good way to put it.
So we love you.
Yes, sir.
Be on the lookout for Behind the Blade, not Behind the Blade for here, but for Behind the Blade out there in your yard. Look, we love the family of TC Backer. Whether you're, the whole family is people that have the products. It's a whole circle. You know, we're excited. Our door's broken, so we need it repaired. Obviously, you see the board up there. So we're excited to get our door repaired. But we can't wait, really. We can't wait to have you guys do as much as you can on our house. You know what I mean? You know, we're excited. You know, I'm a homeowner just like anybody else out there or wants to be a homeowner. Deal with companies that are going to be on social commerce. This is the future. You're going to see more now. But think about it. Like, think on your own. They're out there, they're authentic, and they're out there. You know, imagine if every company you dealt with, you could get on their show and see it. See them weathering the storm like a champion, like a company that loves what they do, that's been through more than one situation in life. That's cool stuff, man. That's the kind of company that's going to keep America on track and keep the global economy going. I'll let you guys finish up while I get behind the other side. But God bless you, TC Backer and Horizon Lawns.
Yeah, so once again, if you guys are watching on the replay or watching right now, make sure you guys share, like the video, like the page, and just keep your foot on the pedal, keep grinding. We got one more week. We'll be back again next Wednesday. Get another weekend, get another successful week. Just always remember that someone out there has it worse off than you. So it ain't ever too bad.
Yes, and this too shall pass, man.
Absolutely. So yeah, same time next week. I'll see all you guys' faces. Ty, I'll talk to you. In a couple hours for work, but I'll see everyone's faces again in a week here.
Yes, sir.
And maybe we'll have some better news in the news about this whole thing. By that point, I would love to be able to come on here and talk about that next week.
Me too, man. Yeah, good show, man. I really enjoyed it tonight. And we're just, everyone needs to just stay positive, and really that's what we're trying to put out there is just stay positive. This too shall pass. Just stay safe, stay healthy, promote social distancing. I really think that's what's helping our situation right now. Everyone's staying home and not going out and doing crazy stuff and partying and going places you shouldn't be and, just going out and being, getting the essential stuff that you need, whether it be at the pharmacy or at the grocery store. All we're trying to do right now is lower the numbers and, stay home. And that's why it's working is because people are staying home and I know it kind of sucks right now, but it's working. I'm glad we're seeing results from everyone staying home. I'm glad it wasn't a waste of time. And it seems to be happening rather quickly, I think, from what I'm listening to. I love you guys. I miss you guys, especially you, Chris. I can't wait till we can hang out and do something, whatever, whether go to stakeout or whatever.
Yeah, dude, I would cheat on my diet tomorrow if we can go eat stakeout.
Right.
Yes, man.
Right.
But yeah, man, good show. I look forward to seeing everyone, and if anyone out there, needs anything, my phone's still on, Ty's phone's still on.
Yep.
Just reach out. We'll see everyone next week.
God bless.